wanna get away, but I could use some company. If you're alone like me, we could go on a trip. Girl, I wanna see the sun, dive into the deep ocean, dance with you all night long.
Hey everyone, my name is Ilyasa Simpson and this is the Charge Room channel. We are here on the We Empower Network and I am so happy you are joining me for lunch today. This is such a wonderful day. Why? Because I'm gonna feed you. Not only are you gonna eat your lunch, but I'm gonna feed you tips and knowledge on just how to do you and choose you. Choosing you is hard sometimes because we always put people first. We always put ourselves last. Okay, maybe not always, but most of the time, right? So this is what we do because this is the Charge Room channel and I'm Ilyasa Simpson, aka Coach ILLY. We like to unwind because last season, season 1, it was all about taking off your bra moments. And I went through a series to share how do you separate yourself to become peaceful within yourself, to stand up for yourself, to gain your own freedom. And now that we are here and we are taking step 1, this is season 2, to choose you. We are going to have our choose you moments. And today is all about, guess what we're going to do? It's all about showing up for yourself. Again, we share ourselves with others. We show up for others. But do you ask yourself, who's showing up for you? Who's showing up for you? So this is what we're going to do. We always have to transfer our energy, right? Our masculine energy to our feminine energy to get in our peaceful space. And then we're going to jump in and all about showing you how to show up for yourself. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to unwind, right? First, we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. This third one, we're going to hold for 5 seconds. Breathe in. Man, that felt so good. And this is what we also going to do. We're going to get in the groove, y'all. We're going to get in the groove because I like my groove. I like my groove. It is so wonderful. Listen, because I know a place. I know a place. Ha, ha. Ain't nobody crying. Ha, ha. Let me tell y'all, I'm old school. I love the staple singers. Do a little jig or two. We're going to jig it out. Ha, ha. Yeah, yeah. Heck, man, come on. See, we're gonna help ourselves today. We're gonna help ourselves today, and I hope y'all working with me. Y'all eating? Get your drink on, cause let me tell you something. Sit while you're eating, and we're gonna relax. We're transferring our energy here. We're gonna sit inside ourselves, and we're gonna say, we need to do something for me today. And guess what you're going to do for today? You're going to learn how to choose you. You're going to learn how to choose you. You're going to learn how to show up with yourself. Because showing up for yourself is a very, very powerful statement, right? So it encourages you to practice self-care, self-advocacy, and self-support. Are you really supporting yourself? Are you taking time in your life, your day-to-day operations of running you? Do you support yourself? Do you really, really practice self-care? Do you really take time out to advocate for yourself? Come on. Sit down and tell the truth. You got to be honest with yourself to get to a place of where you would like to be. Or sometimes we look out and we see people interacting with each other, or people talking, listening, looking. Sometimes we just be nosy and then everybody else is corner, right? But when you sit and compare and make notes, do you sometimes say, no, I don't even do that. You know, that looks different. That sounds different. I wonder how that feels. Do you say those things to yourself? Do you ask yourself those questions? So listen, the first thing you have to do is prioritize. Prioritize, because we're putting ourselves last. We are not giving ourselves value. We are not making ourselves important enough. And that's within our own minds. Everything begins and ends with you. It is what's in your mind. How are you viewing you? How you view yourself most times is how other people view you. You may be super talented. You may be the man or woman, the superman or the superwoman of the hour, day, week, month, or year. But are those people taking you for granted? Do you feel like sometimes you're devalued, or that sometimes when you give and it's time for you to receive, your plate is empty? It's empty because you have to step your game up. It's empty because you're not valuing yourself enough. It's empty because you are not prioritizing your status. I am amazing, and I need to come first, not last. First, set yourself apart. Show up for you, because if no one is showing up for you, guess what? You have to show up for you. Don't sit and wait for the cavalry to come get you, because ain't nobody showing up. Guess what? Get up and do it yourself. Get up and take extra special care of yourself. Get up and transfer that masculine energy, because that's all it has to do with leadership, moving around and making sure everything is in order for everyone else. Transfer that energy into yourself. Transfer that same energy that you give everyone else. Oh, let me make sure you're good. Let me take you here. Let me make sure everyone is eating. Did you eat? I know this is lunchtime, but are you really eating a good meal? Come on. Are you really eating a good meal? Listen, it's not about picking up snacks. It's not about eating on a run. It's about sitting down and not just swallowing your food, but chewing. Sit down, relax, eat, be patient with yourself. Take a gear down. How about 2 gears? Maybe even 3. Just like I said, we gotta breathe. We gotta breathe. Take time out and breathe. Let me tell you something. Those breathing exercises really do it for me. And I hope it helps you out in your day as you're eating lunch, right? And listening to me tell you all about choosing you and about standing up and being a person to show up for yourself, right? So again, we have that prioritize thing. Then it's the part that we have to set boundaries. I talked about this in season 1. Setting boundaries is excruciating sometimes. It's painful. It's painful because sometimes we don't like to separate from certain people, places, and things. It's gonna do something to us. It's really not. It's really not. But guess what it does? It sets you at a place where you could sit down, where you could breathe, where you could transfer the responsibilities to someone else, to give up some time. It gives you more time for yourself, and you can give up that responsibility. How about that? How about just saying, you know what? Anthony could do it. You know what? Sharon can handle this. So let me take 15 minutes for myself. And you sit down and you breathe and you listen to some music. Maybe light a candle, get that aromatherapy going on, right? Maybe, just maybe, if you take your hands off the steering wheel and not worry about being in control. You gotta have control. There's some people that they just must have control over every single thing in and around their life. They have to have control so much that the second something goes wrong or out of place, they start flipping and losing it. I know you know somebody like that. And I hope I'm not talking to you. But if you just take your hands off the steering wheel just for 1 second, get out the driver's seat and sit in the passenger seat. How about even the back seat? Do y'all sit in the back seat of your car? Have y'all ever sat in the back seat of your car? Listen, sometimes you got to get out the driver's seat. Sometimes you have to let go and live a little bit. Let go and do something special for yourself. Let go and make you happy just for 5 minutes. When I tell you, that'll change your day around. When I tell you, just walking with a smile, y'all. Because there's so many people miserable. I mean miserable. The most pessimistic, miserable, everyone has a friend like that. Everyone has a friend like that who is pessimistic, evil, petty, right? Always got a complaint. But they won't do anything to change their situation. I know someone has a friend like that. And sometimes we sit and listen to them. But you know, if you be around them too much, you know that stuff rub off on you. Come on. We have to show up for ourselves. Because we have to set a space, a boundary, where we'll say, not today. Give me 10 minutes. Give me an hour. Not right now. Draw that line. Remember that divine line I told y'all about? That 360-degree force field that you put around yourself to protect your energy? Come on, y'all. How long are you going to walk around in the chaos of everyone else? How long is that going to happen? How many years? Wait, how many years have you already done so? How many years? Don't you think you deserve just a little bit of peace? Just a little bit of peace? Come on. We have to set boundaries. Then it's that self-reflection piece. That's hard, right? It's hard looking at yourself in the mirror. Some people don't even look in the mirror at all. They don't even gaze to say, hey, Dad, how we looking? They don't even gaze. But I want to challenge you to look in the mirror and not just gauge, but look. Dad, what do I see here? Do I see someone that... It's been sad for a couple of years, been wounded for a couple of months, been scraped up and beaten for many, many years? Did you ever deal with it? Did you ever say, Dad, let me sit in this right here? Or did you sit and you stayed there and it's just too long? That you just don't know how to move out of it? Are you stuck like you're standing in cement and you just can't move? This is the time you have to self-reflect. This is the time you say, start asking yourself some questions. Start looking in your mirror, looking at what's in your boat here, in your suitcase. You got luggage? You feeling heavy. Because you carrying luggage and baggage from other people because they like to dump stuff because you that person. Let me go to Sharon because she going to sit and listen to my problems and I can just dump on her and I can just go on about my business and leave her with my problems. Are you that one? Listen, are you that one? I need you no longer to be that one. I need you to say, I am important. I am valuable and I am enough and I am able to step up and stand up and have the courage to show up for me today. I have the courage enough to practice self-care. I have the courage enough to advocate for myself. I have the courage enough to say, listen, we're going to set some boundaries here. The bull crap stops today, but you got to do it for you. You have to do it for you. You have to do it for you. I'm going to say it one more time. You have to do it for you. No one else can do it for you. People can walk aside of you. They can walk in front of you and back of you. But the core is still you. What do you really want? Do you want that freedom? Do you want that peace? Do you want that joy? Do you want it all the time or just a little bit? See me, I want it all the time. I just want to keep walking in my freedom. Listen, my smile is real. My smile is genuine. My smile is freedom, okay? My smile is all about freedom because I'm going to stand up and advocate for myself. I'm going to stand up because I'm no longer going to allow people to dump their stuff on me. I'm going to stand up because I deserve happiness. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to smile. I deserve my independence. I deserve my freedom to do whatever I want, to feel like I want. I want to walk in my femininity and just smell good, feel good, move well, right? Interact with grace, right? I want that motion to be smooth and transparent, right? I want it to be genuine. And that's how I flow. And everyone can do it because they won't let stuff go. They like to sit and just watch. They like to be the bystander, the nosy one that wants to look over here and look over there and don't say nothing. Or the nosy ones that constantly run their mouth and gossip. But that's not showing up for yourself. That's staying in a place that doesn't allow growth. When you show up for yourself, it's growth. It's maturity. It's the crossover into freedom from bondage, right? When you stand up for yourself, you have to surround yourself with people that want to grow too. You have to surround yourself with people that don't want to sit and gossip and talk about people. You have to surround yourself with people that don't want to dump their stuff on you. They want to stand up and be accountable for who they are. You want to surround yourself with people that celebrate you, whether you're winning or not being at a place that you really want to be. I'm not going to say we're losing. You're not losing as long as you're growing. Because people take that word losing and they negative self-talk themselves to death. And then they stay in a place of having pity parties with themselves. We're not doing that here. We're not losing. If you want to grow, open the door. Open your heart, your soul, your mind so you can receive. First things first is you have to learn to like yourself. Then you have to learn to love yourself. Then you have to learn how to communicate with yourself. Then you have to learn how to stand up for yourself. Get some courage, right? Then your posture starts changing as all these interactions start happening. And then you're able to better interact with others. Because there's so many people that swear they all of this. The status of this or this title of that. But they don't like people. I don't like people. I'm sorry. You don't like people, you don't like yourself. I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. I'm telling you, if you don't like people, you don't like yourself. There's something that you're hiding within yourself because you're not communicating with yourself. You're not allowing yourself to feel. You're not dealing what's going on with yourself. So then you can't heal. You're running away from healing to whatever happened to you yesterday, the day before, months and years ago, when you was a child. Something in you is not healing if you don't like to interact with others, but you're with this title or this status. Not only that, it's just not how things are supposed to be. We are supposed to operate in love, God said. We're supposed to operate in love. And with operating in love, you learn how to love God because God teaches you that. You learn how to love yourself because God teaches us that too, because he changes us around, right? When we go to him for help, right? When we go to him for help, he gives us help. We start growing and we start leaning. We start leaning towards him, and he will provide others that we can lean on to get help. But guess what? You have to accept the help, right? You have to accept wanting to grow and develop into the higher you that's supposed to be. We are who we are, but we can't grow unless we want to grow. So you have to want some things. Because I met some people that they in their 60s and they don't want anything and they don't think nothing about it. I don't know if you had met any of those type of people, but I've met a few in my lifetime. I want some things. I have life lists that I want to accomplish. I have bucket lists that I want to accomplish, and I wake up every day so grateful to wake up every day to want to achieve these items on my list. So anyone that doesn't want to achieve, I kind of don't want them in my inner circle. I'm not going to dump you, but I don't want you in my inner circle, right? Because there's gratitude that comes with life. There's gratitude by acknowledging what's going on in your life. Who is there for you? Who is not? Learning things about yourself and learning others. Having better communication, more effective communication with myself so I can interact with others better, so I can love on them better, so I can learn them, right? So the harmony can flow, the love can flow, but it's all about shifting your energy, shifting who you are to who you ought to be, shifting and moving, getting up to move. It's all about work. You got to put in the work. And most times when it comes to life and dealing with your own life, again, that self-acceptance and self-reflection stuff, right? You got to roll up your sleeves sometimes, and you may have to get your hands dirty. And some people don't like to roll up their sleeves, nor do they like to get their hands dirty. But let me tell you something. The only way to achieve the support you want in your life is to show up for yourself. You got to support you first. You got to advocate for you first. You have to have self-care first. There's no more negative self-talk. There's no more putting yourself down. There's no more pity parties. It's called stand up for yourself. It's lunchtime. And my time is just about up. And I hope you were well fed today, because I am here to always advocate not just for me, but for you too, to share tips on how to choose you. So my name is Ilyasa Simpson, aka Coach ILLY. This is the Charge Room, and we are on the We Empower Network. I'll see you next week, every Tuesday from 1 to 1:30. Holla if you need me, www.thechargeroom.com, and we are always here to serve. Everyone, have a wonderful day. The Charge Room Show has Mindset Mondays, a safe space for healing every Monday on Facebook and on YouTube. The Charge Room. Subscribe to our YouTube channel every Monday. See you soon. Monday is coming, so come get some life tips and get healed today.